Hello, this is Sim Racing Corner. Today we're taking a look at the NOX3D Ultimate T-LCM rubber mod upgrades kit. This is a replacement set of rubber springs for the Thrustmaster load cell brake pedal. Its job is to improve the brake over the stock metal springs, ideally making the brake feedback have a more progressive and realistic feel. The outer frame is a 3D printed piece with a couple of rubber grommets stacked within, making up the core. As a structure, it's flexible under compression, but stiffer than the metal springs we're replacing. Installation is as straightforward as you would expect. We remove the stock springs and fit these in their place. There's two possible setups. First, with both the rubber springs together, along with the preload spring sandwiched in between. This is an F1 style super stiff pedal setup. For a softer brake, we use a single piece of the NOX3D mod and combine it with a single red spring. Although I haven't shown you this on the table in this installation, but in either setup I would recommend you use 3 or 4 of the small washers to reduce this preload spring travel. Otherwise the brake will have an odd light feel at the beginning of the pedal throw. After installation, run the pedal calibration software and you'll want to at least adjust the brake force setting here to your liking. As the mod does increase the stiffness of the pedal, it's only really suited where the pedals are securely mounted to a cockpit or wheel stand. Now we're on the track and I can give you my observations how the mod has performed. With the 2 rubber springs installed, it's definitely a remarkably different feeling brake pedal. It's very stiff and the pedal movement is significantly reduced. Though you can see the pedal moving here, it is restricted to a degree that from my point of view, from what I can feel, it hardly feels like it's moving at all. Does the brake authentically emulate the feel of an F1 brake pedal? Well, from my basic research, it suggests it's actually probably quite accurate. A super stiff pedal with very little travel. The braking force is entirely on the sensation of the pressure against your foot as you push weight into the pedal. The pedal feels rock solid and I would suspect many people will find this odd and probably not what they are looking for. I certainly find it a bit strange. I want a bit more pedal movement, but for the purpose of gauging braking force input, it's actually okay. It worked fine, so technically there's no reason not to dismiss this setup. It's likely to be a Marmite situation. You'll like it or you'll hate it, very much a subjective matter. When we move on to the hybrid combination of a spring and the mod, this setup is something I do like. The spring and the mod work together well. The brake is a good balance between travel and progressive resistance. It's certainly an upgrade over using the 2 red springs that I was using previously. When just using metal springs and they fully compress, there's an abrupt hard stop. It doesn't feel realistic. Adding the NOX3D rubber mod into the mix, taking up half the load, it acts as a cushioned buffer that takes the edge off that harsh end stop. It's not completely eliminated, but it is a good improvement and the brake does feel more realistic overall. Although it's not quite perfect, it is going in the right direction and feels closer to how my brake feels in my road car than it did before. And personally, I'd be quite happy to continue using this configuration of the NOX3D mod going forward, using the red spring, using the mod as taking up 50% of the load, as I do prefer how the brake feels now. Okay, does this mod improve my braking control and improve lap times? A solid no to that. I did not find that this mod either aided or impeded me in that way. It simply changed the feel of the brake pedal, so I can't tell you it's an essential upgrade that will help you on the track. What it offers is an enhancement to the brake feel, and I can happily say it does that, and I'm satisfied with its durability. I think it will last. With the mod you get 2 configurations to try out, which is another positive. So if you own these Thrustmaster pedals and this idea appeals to you, then you may want to check out this mod. There's a link in the description to the product page. And that's it for this one. I hope you found this video useful, and of course I'll be back soon with another video, so stay tuned, and until then, happy simming and bye bye.